A new government audit shows that TARP continues to allow these no turd left behind bailout geezers to receive their executive bonuses and exceed the limit set for executive pay thanks to pressure from those same financial institutions and U.S. Treasury officials. Imagine one of your friends comes to you and needs a loan because their business isn't doing so good. You're in debt up to your eyeballs, but decide to help them as they say they will pay you back really soon. The next week, during a break from your 3 jobs, while running some errands, you see this turd in some new clothes heading into a fancy restaurant. You smile for your friend and exclaim, wow, that money must have helped him turn his business around. But you wait for your money as the months go by and your friend doesn't return your phone call. Bills are past due and you could really use that money back. After a few months, your friend returns to your house with the handout again, exclaiming something about the stock market and overhead. Now imagine being stupid enough to give them more money and seeing them again at that same restaurant the next day. This is what's happened to us. We just don't seem to care. Rush, the pill popping. Limbaugh talked about Senator Rand Paul being detained by the TSA, saying that if it had been Ron Paul, you couldn't really blame him as he sounds like an Islamic terrorist sometimes anyway. What? Ron Paul? What? Come on, man. Really? When has there ever been a time when a senator, representative, senior citizen, a disabled person, or a baby ever hijack a plane? It hasn't happened, nor will it. Man, this is just plain duh. But for some reason, a lot of people act as though it's necessary. Man, get out of my face. We do not need the TSA no more than we need Homeland Security. In the end, these turds are doing nothing but turn the sights of these organizations on us at every turn. Al-Qaeda is not Ron Paul, Grandpa, or Grandma, little baby John Doe, or any of us for that matter. And being as they killed the #1 and #2 guy zillions of times already, I would figure it was about time to lighten up a bit, don't you think? But that's not what it's all about. I know it, you know it, and they know it. We are not safer because they do what they do. As a matter of fact, we're in more danger than ever before, and we don't even realize it because it comes from within. Inside job, a collusion, a conspiracy, an out and out illusion, a comic book danger to the masses, when the real danger is us coming in between them and our money. And their action proves this beyond a shadow of a doubt. Just read it in their legislation. Programming children from the get-go so that when they become adults, it's already an accepted normality being under constant surveillance. Not being able to voice your opinion except in a free speech zone, and if you do, you're put on the terrorist watch list, and that's if you're lucky enough to not have your citizenship stripped from you and sent on an indefinite vacation at a fine resort spot, Guantanamo Bay, where waterboarding would be your favorite daily activity. A world where everything you write or say is recorded. Oh wait, that's the world we live in today. Oklahoma GOP lawmaker says there's a potential that there are companies out there that are using aborted human babies in their research and development of basically enhancing flavor for artificial flavors. What? What? Man, this can't be real. Can it? Obama made his re-election pitch in his State of the Union speech last night. I didn't even have to watch his rubbish to know what this presidential turd said. I gave everyone health care. Man, no you didn't. I pulled the troops from Iraq. Every day I'm shuffling the troops around the world, changing the terminology of what you call them, and deploying new units to other regions in the world that we haven't even been to before. Get out of my face with that crap. I got Bin Laden. I got Bin Laden. You mean the same Bin Laden / Tim Osman that died multiple times over the past 10 years? The same man you won't show a shred of evidence that you killed. Or the same man that by the official story was killed by the SEAL team on that day. Either way, you turd, you didn't do anything but sit on your backside and get a new talking point, you clown. What else did you do, hero? Sign the National Defense Authorization Act into law. Reauthorize the Patriot Act. Executive order to close Guantanamo Bay in 2009. It's 2012. Yada yada. Yak yak. I bet it was a bunch of the same old rigmarole that we have seen time and time again in all of these State of the Union smoke and mirror speeches. Guaranteed. He says something to the regards that he was gonna do this and he was gonna do that. The turds will stand and applaud as though he just said is something brilliant. And at the end of the day, the only thing we can look forward to is more bailouts. Wars declared or not. Less for us, more for them. You're just not trying hard enough. You just need to get a job. I have 3. Well, get another one, you bum, and if you don't like this country, you can just leave. Towns around the country just drying up. Jobs still going overseas. Our Constitution. There is no more Constitution, as it's all lost in the smoke and mirrors of lawyer talk and unconstitutional parchments signed by a puppet president of the international businessman. And for those of you who can't see this, that's right in front of your eyes, seek help immediately. Judge says Obama must appear in birther suit. I think this is hilarious, and I hope they make him come to court. I have to appear in court when I'm ordered, and he should as well. And I don't want to hear that crap about him wasting time and money on appearing there, because it's no more of a waste than us paying tens of thousands of dollars for the police, Secret Service, and transportation used to close down a couple city blocks so his wife can go and pick out a head of lettuce from the store instead of having somebody else do it for her. And I hope he is made to bring that thing in I saw he released to the media of his birth certificate, because that thing was shady. Oh, change the channel, how do you know that? Well, I'm glad you asked. I've done graphic design since 1993, almost 20 years professionally. I've been on Photoshop since it was 1.0, and that birth certificate was intentionally sloppy work. Why? I don't know, but it was. Now, whether he is or isn't a natural citizen makes no difference to me, because I don't see a person when I see these turds. They are all the same, no matter if they were born on Mars. They all do the bidding of the international businessman.
Give it to Gaddis.
And this whole election crap is just a bunch of shenanigans. You got Obama, who we already know says one thing and does another. Flip flop, flip flop. Mitt the flip flop. Romney, who flips so much we don't even have a clue who this guy is. Old Newt Gingrich, who wants to put Granny to death for smoking some weed for her glaucoma. And some of these turds can't even run a confident enough election to get on the ballots in some states and feel that the rules should be bent for them. And then there's Ron Paul. He doesn't flip flop, double speak, or even want to put Granny to death. His message has always been the same, according to his record, getting this country back on its feet and getting our rights back that have been taken away from us, and has a rational, realistic approach to the defense of this nation. My feeling is, though, that we'll have 4 more years of Obama spatting, he'll do this and he'll do that, and the only change we will receive is progression of the path chosen for us by the turds that are at the helm. And it feels like we're on that oil boat in that movie looking for dry land. Dennis Harper, the leader, tells us he knows where dry land is, so we rejoice and start paddling the boat faster and faster. One of his sidekicks says, "But we don't know where it is." And Harper exclaims, "I know, but they'll roll for a month before they figure out I was faking it." This is the world we live in. Something to think about. I'm ChangeDaChannel, and I'm out.